guidance in this business. We ask you to be with it, and your will be done through it. That's all we ask, God, in Jesus' name. Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
In your package, you have the approval of the minutes from the February 7th meeting. Got a motion?
Second.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Chamber. Not here. Finance. Steve's not here. Do you have anything?
We just had the finance meeting last week, and I asked the departments to look at this year's budget, do what they can with that, and try to keep them in line and start working on next year's budget.
Okay. All right. Fire.
Mayor, City Council, you all received your expenditure report for January from myself. Do you have any questions on that? I would like to ask tonight, and then it kind of swept by me during our fire committee meeting the other night. I would like to start the promotional process. I have currently one captain position and 2 lieutenant positions that need to be filled. If that's okay, with you guys, we'll start that process. Need to make a correction, Randy. EMPG, I believe it was you that asked last meeting about when that ran out.
Yes, sir.
So I give you guys wrong information. That actually ends June 30th, not the end of December, as I stated, and I apologize for that misinformation. I've only got 2 other things. Just a quick report. We had 6 structure fires in 6 days since our last meeting. None of them were suspicious in nature. We saved all of them except 2. One of them was an abandoned home in Zenith, as we were told from mutual aid 2, and then one other home here in town. I would like to ask for permission. I need to buy personal protective equipment for 4 people. That total is going to be somewhere around the $18,000 mark. I do have that in my line item budget for PPE.
Motion. Second.
So we got a motion and a second.
Discussion. How many people do we have with this type of equipment right now?
All of them. So the 4 that we're talking about has either, their gear is either expiring, which expires every 10 years. It's got a 10-year life on it. Or, well, one of these in particular is for the new hire that we discussed.
Everybody that has them is active.
Yes.
And participating as they should.
Correct. Yeah. Tyler and I have looked, and kind of expand on that just a little bit. Tyler and I have looked at our part-time list. There are 2 that we are fixing to contact. We're going to give them a certain time frame to start showing up, and if they don't, then I'll be coming back to dismiss those folks.
So could we get 2 and wait to see what happens with those, or not? We need to go ahead?
No, we need to go ahead. And the thing, Bill, also with that, like I said, several of those sets of gear are fixing to expire. And that was another reason that we built in our budget to replace several sets of gear a year. Plus, you know, don't forget, and I'll probably be coming back next meeting or 2 to get permission to buy some more SCBAs, or self-contained breathing apparatus. If you all will remember, those that were here, and we purchased some of those last year, but we've still got several left that we're going to have to purchase, because those are going out of date also.
And committee said yes.
Well, I haven't spoke with them yet. That's what I said. Those were 2 things that I failed to bring up in our meeting, because we had the finance meeting, you know, along with our fire.
All right, thank you.
Okay, so we got a motion and a second. Anybody got anything else? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Thank you, that's all I have.
Human Resources.
I don't believe we have anything after the board today.
You may.
Tim, before you get up, we need to have a humane department meeting March the 7th at 5:30.
We've been really busy picking up dogs. Chickens has become a problem, flying around.
I'm sorry.
Aren't they keeping out? Eggs are still $4 a dozen.
Why are they letting their chickens run loose?
Yeah,
That's what I was
okay.
thinking.
That's a lot of money.
We also picked up a cat that had its head stuck in a mayonnaise jar that we had to take the Dr. Mobley to have it removed and was able to return it back where it came from because it was feral. We have several fundraisers going on. The Puppy Love Pageant, which this will be our 13th year, is this Sunday at 2. I met with family counseling concerning the golf tournament and started with the plans for that. We were chosen as a recipient of the money that they'll raise from that in the silent auction. And I think that's set for sometime in June, and I'll have more details on that as we have more meetings. We have several different fundraisers coming up, so hopefully they keep coming in and maybe the dogs will slow down for a while because it's been kind of rough. Anyone have any questions or? Thank you.
All right, please.
Mayor, council, run down on crime stats for the month of January 2023. Total calls of service is 1,817 calls during the month of January. That is down a little bit. Normally during the summer months we'll run anywhere from 2,000 to 2,100 calls. So it was down due to the colder weather. We didn't have as many. Traffic stops, 231 traffic stops. We worked 21 accidents during the month of January. We entered 37 disturbance calls, 49 domestic violence calls, 35 shoplifting calls, I'm sorry, 6 shoplifting calls, 35 theft calls. And then for citizen assist, we had 1,352 calls during the month of January. Still, even though it was a cold month, it was fairly busy. Also, you got to remember, a couple months ago you approved for the citywide surveillance system. I talked to the company today. The cameras are in, they're ready to go. We're just waiting on the antenna to be mounted to the tower for our internet service through cameras. And we're kind of at the mercy of the contractor for that. So as soon as he can get to it, they'll begin installation. But we got to wait on it. Good. Other than that, that's all I have. Thanks, Dave. All right, thank you.
Thank you. All right, Street.
Mayor, council members, we're still looking for a loader. We have had a couple of used ones that we didn't get a hold of them in time to get, and I have checked with some online auction or different auction places and did actually find a couple, but they were the wrong size. So we're not only looking for one, we're looking for a certain size. So hopefully we'll be able to find something before too long. I talked to Terry about the Bo Ryan's, and he has sent letters to the people in Bo Ryan's edition. I think it was the 30th of January, I believe. They had 30 days from then to get the fences taken care of. It will be sometime after the 1st of March before we're able to get over there, because some other projects we're finishing up right now, but sometime after the 1st of March, we're going to try to get in Bo Ryan to start digging that.
Definitely drain that conversion.
Yes.
We have had 2 of those residents call and say that they're interested in having a hearing, or they just feel like they can't, it's not enough time. I asked them to come to the meeting tonight. Almost they're here or not, because okay, you're one of them.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I was talking with a couple of them as well, and
That's fine.
They have a right to a hearing before we
Yeah,
go.
I mean,
Start tearing down fences.
whatever the process is, that's fine with me. I mean, They were actually been sent 3 letters. I sent 2 letters almost a year ago. So,
But now that we do have a date,
Right.
yeah.
you know, I can understand where that, you know, that is a lot to move for some, less for others.
Yeah.
But can we set a actual date now that it has to be done by?
Yeah.
Then I'm, yeah, May 1. Let's go by the 1st of May. That should give, I mean, we're
May
something
1.
we're midway through
60 days.
February, May
Makes
1.
Yeah, we're not opposing it, we just need more time.
Okay.
Not a problem. We'll work with y'all any way we can. We don't wanna put anybody in a bind on anything.
Okay.
Hey, Mr. Westfield,
Yes.
is there any way, some people are doing the fencing and not sure where to put them. Is there any way we can go by there and mark it for them?
15's been marked. Skelton and Associates went out there and marked it a long time ago, when we sent the last letter.
Well, contract
It's
has
supposed to be
changed, too.
15 feet from the far east fence that is along the east side of that neighborhood. I think it goes down alongside gravel road where Parr, I think Tony Parr owns that property or used to. It's supposed to be 15 feet off of that fence. It's a 15-foot swell there. So as long as they get it 15 feet, they'll be good. The past couple of weeks, we've been working on, we had a drainage box on Michael and Third that fell in that we had to repair. We had a storm drain line on Harrison that fell in. That's a continuation of one that we had, the lining put in, one of the first linings we did, which we actually have checked that, and that's doing real good. It's actually holding less dirt with that liner in there than it was with concrete.